Hello, beauty lovers and others. I even got started without y'all so that I could try and keep this short. Um, Today I wanted to talk about weaponizing personality tests. Now, I have to say, I love personality tests. I have done many, many, many. I've done the OG, the Myers-Briggs, which is my personal favorite. Although I do like the disc. I've done the disc twice. I've done a regular disc. Well, they're both regular discs, but also a biblical disc that provides additional information related to different folks from the Bible. Anyway, it's very interesting, and I liked that very much, and I may even get certified in that one. But anyway, I've done the Enneagram. That one was a bit of a nightmare, but I know some people love it. I've done, oh, I forget what the other one I did was. I just remembered that my color was yellow. Yeah. But what I wanted to talk about was two experiences I've had with these personality tests being weaponized. And I'm wondering if anyone else has experienced anything like this. I would have thought this is very rare, but then it happened to me twice. So it can't be that rare. So the first time, let me tell you what I mean by this. So the first time a personality test was weaponized against me was when I was on a retreat of all places. And the retreat leader, like, I want to say it was the first day where we were talking about stuff and we were engaged in, good conversation, the whole group of us. And he said to me afterwards, he goes, "You're an ENTJ, aren't you?" Now, I had no idea what this man was talking about. And I said, "What?" And he said, "Myers-Briggs, you're an ENTJ." I said, I have no idea. And he goes, "Oh, trust me, you are." I'm like, oh, okay. And the way that he was saying it, it was clearly a bad thing in his mind. Now, I have subsequently done the Myers-Briggs on more than one occasion. And I know that every personality type has strengths and weaknesses. Every single one. There is no bad personality type. That said, I'm not even an ENTJ. I'm an X because I'm half E, half I. X, N, FJ. No, yes, X and FJ. So, yeah. So he wasn't even right. And he shouldn't have been weaponizing something like that. And he certainly shouldn't have been weaponizing it with someone who had no idea what he was talking about. And he shouldn't have been weaponizing it at a retreat of all places. So he went on to tell me that all of the bad personality traits that ENTJs exhibit, that we're bossy, which I'm bossy in certain circumstances, for sure, controlling. I'm not that controlling. I'm really not. I mean, I am about certain things, but not generally. And some of you out there are probably going, "Oh yeah, yes you are." But see, it depends on the context. If you know me in one context, you may think that. But if you know me in another context, you may not think that. So it just, yeah. But after he told me all these terrible things about myself that were based on literally an hour of conversation in a group setting, I just burst into tears. And I was so hurt that this man who was supposed to be this, this group leader that I had paid money to be at this retreat, only to feel like, all these things are wrong with me. Okay, by the way, I used this again, the Versed, and I used the OG High Gleam Concealer. I have to order another one of these, and they're expensive. All right. And then, ooh, I used a little bit of this. This is Fairlight. This is from, okay. This used to be from Becca, but I don't know if Becca even exists anymore. I think this particular product was bought by another brand, maybe Too Faced. I can't read that. Sorry, but it's good. It's like this just under eye thingy. All right. So that was the first time it happened to me. And, you know, it just made me feel bad about myself and what's wrong with me. And now I look back and I'm like, what's wrong with him? I think I was like 30 at the time. Now, I guess I was a little bit older than that, but not much. And yes, I should have been more secure in myself and should have been able to just say, excuse me, seriously? What if you don't even know me? How dare you? But I wasn't there in my life. Today I'd have words. Anyway. This is ColourPop. It's the lippy pencil, and it's in Shot Clock. I like this. I don't use this one very often, but I like it. All right, so I am digging out an old face palette. This is, I don't know that they make this anymore, and it's probably expired, so please don't use expired makeup because I do. Bad me, good you. All right, this is the CC Plus Radiance Vitality Brightening Cream Disc from IT Cosmetics. That's what it looks like. I used to use this religiously every single day of my life. And so this was a backup that I had stashed away. So I just opened it yesterday. So hopefully it's not too bad to use. But I loved this thing. So let me show you. Just putting some of that blush on. So pretty. A little blush blindness there, but sorry. Oh, it is pretty, isn't it? IT Cosmetics. If you don't make this, maybe you should think about making it again. Maybe I can go back. It could be my holy grail again. All right. So the second time that a personality test got weaponized was in a work setting. So my company at the time brought in an expert who administered the DISC assessment to us. And if you don't know what DISC is or Myers-Briggs, they look at different things, but they're not all considered personality tests. It's kind of your preferences in how you act in a situation or what you would like in a situation. So for DISC, D is dominant, I think. I is interpersonal, S is serving, and C is conscientious. Say that a couple of times. Anyway, this one is a little too warm for me, this guy here, but we're making it work. Actually, we're not making that work. Let's blend that a little bit. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna use my e.l.f. Contour, Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour in the Fairlight shade here. Okay. If you have any questions about why I use any products or how I use them, placement, any of that, please feel free. All right, so my company was doing this DISC assessment, and the guy who came in was terrific. He was so good. It made me think I should be doing that for a living. I would love this. I love the personality insights, and it was actually extraordinarily helpful for me because we ended up charting. So here's your D, here's your I, here's your S, here's your C in my case. My C barely registered. It's actually below the grid. It was kind of sad. Not to say that I'm not conscientious, because I actually am, but of the four, I mean, I'm conscientious in many ways, of course. I'm a functional adult, sort of. But anyway, what was so interesting was once I saw how my preferences worked and compared that to other people's, it helped me understand. Okay, I'll go back. So a woman at my office was the production manager, and she loves forms. She loves forms, or at least she did at the time. And so anytime I would shoot her an email and say, hey, I need this, this, this. Here's the client billing code, and here's the due date. Here's the number of copies of this I need, blah, blah, blah. Here's how I want it bound, etc. She would send me back a form, and the form would ask for exactly the information I just provided her. And I'd be like, seriously, just print off the email. If you need it, a piece of paper, it's right there. Anyway, and it used to frustrate me. And then I looked and I saw that her personality type, or her disc type, was the exact reverse of my own. And one of my core life philosophies is people matter to God, so they need to matter to me. Excuse me. So as I looked at her graph, and I thought, well, this is who she is, and this is what she needs. So I don't need to think that the form is important. I need to think she's important. And because she's important, I need to fill out that form and give her what she needs to be successful in her job, even if, you know, it's not something that I think is particularly valuable or important, because she is, and her success is important to me. Anyway, I digress. So we all had these little, they were actually pretty big graphs that we had put on the back of our door that showed our disc type, and then somebody compiled them all and sent them around so that we could study everybody's disc profile, and so that we would gain insights in how to work better together, right? This was the intention when the gentleman, the consultant, was brought in. But then people would say, oh, yeah, you can't bring that person on this project because you already have an S. You don't need another S. But like, people are more than letters. There's like a roundness to them. Or for me, well, of course you'd say that. You're a DI. I actually had someone say that to me. Like, no, I'm saying this because this is what I believe. This is what I think is the right course of action for us. Like, seriously, people. Anyway, so I'm talking too much and not doing enough makeup. Sorry. There we go. Putting this, I'm modifying my plan. I had other plans for my eyes, but this will be quicker. So we're going to go quick. This is a L'Oreal, the pencil that, the, whatever you call it, stick, that it feels wet almost when you put it on, cooling and wet, and I like it so much. Yeah, okay. Hello, my Tilly. She's back. That's my dog, for those of you who are just tuning in. World's cutest dog. All right, so that was the L'Oreal Le Shadow Stick in Cloudy Rose. That. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of this. This is Maybelline Color Tattoo Stick, and I have no idea what the shade name is. Oh, wait, is that it? It's the glare. It's not even my eyes, y'all. It is the glare. Anyway, it's this guy. Hello. It's like a brownie burnt umber. That's what I would say the color is, burnt umber. So we're going to take a little bit of that here. Pull that down. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this and pull it up. So I'd love to hear if anybody else has had a good or a bad experience. I still very much believe in the value of these kinds of personality types. I just did the biblical disc probably a month or so ago, and again, just appreciated the insights for my own personality and where my weaknesses are, where my strengths lie, and just gaining some insight into what my natural bent is and what I need to be aware of, how I might not always respond, well in personal or social or professional interactions. Just to be cognizant that people are all wired so differently, and isn't that a wonderful thing? When I was in the hospital, one of the times, the nursing staff was so good to me, and I remember my mom was there, and I said, I would never want to be a nurse, but I'm so grateful. There are people in the world who love it. They love it, and they're so good at it. I would be a miserable nurse. And she said, me too, same. That is just not my thing. But I'm so forever grateful that there are people who just love nursing. The same is true. I'm a person who I can do the details when they need to be done because, they have to get done. But the details are the least interesting part of any project for me. I'm a big picture thinker. I am process oriented, so I want to think through like the whole process. But the minutia, I'm glad. I understand it has to get done, and I will do it, and I will do it with excellence if I can. But yeah, the least interesting part is the minutia. So thank God some people thrive on that, and I am not that person. All right, so let's just do quick browse. Here we go. Going back in with the ABH powder because it's amazing. All right. So I got an update from my friend Jackie, who I talked about yesterday, and today will likely be the day that she becomes a grandma. So I'm so excited for her. Her first grandbaby. And I'm so excited for her son, who is like a member of my family. We love him so much. I know he's going to be an amazing dad. So that's pretty exciting. That's what's happening here. Well, not here. It's happening in England. But that's what we're all kind of waiting and praying and excited about right now. Let's see. I had my younger grandnephew over yesterday. He and his mom and dad came to swim. He is the cutest. Ooh, I mean, he is just so precious. He's 4 years old, smartest human on the planet, I think. But he's so cute. I said to him at some point, I said, well, I have to leave you. I have to go run some errands. And so he turned to his mom and dad. He's like, Tanti's leaving me. Tanti's leaving me. Oh my goodness, I just love that kid so much. And after he went swimming and he came back in, he said to me, Tanti, do you have any books? The kid loves to read. He's 4. He reads fluently, proficiently. Just an amazing kid. Okay, let's slap some mascara on here. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the Lawless Forget the Filler, which, you know, is the sample size. Thing about this is, I wish I had filler, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work the way I really want it to work, but it's fine. It makes my lips feel good and they look okay. Alrighty. Liquid Lash Extensions from Thrive Cosmetics, of course. This is in, I think, the black shade. Yeah, Bryn, the black shade. So good. So good. I do have a backup waiting of this mascara because I can't be without it. That tells you everything you need to know. Although I don't have a backup right now for my, I don't think I do. Maybe I do. I need to check my backup drawer. Maybe I have one of my Natasha Denona. So I would love to hear what your Holy Grail products are. These guys are, and then you know about this. This is my Details by Tati eyebrow brush, ES something, ES2. These are my Holy Grails right there. And I mean, you don't ever want to say there'll never be anything better, because maybe there will be, but I can't imagine today ever having anything better than those. They really are that good. Sorry, I should look in the mirror a little bit to make sure I don't look insane. Just a little bit down here. And I like to concentrate. Oh, I hate when I do that. You knew it was coming. And everybody says that you should wait till it's dry. And you probably should. But I don't have time for that. All right. Oh, impatient. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, super impatient. It's probably because I'm a EN whatever, or because I have high D, high I. Probably it is related, actually. All right, there we go. Yeah, concentrate on the outsides because you want your eyes to kind of open up. So that's the face, 22 minutes. Oh, when will I get it together? Anyway, thank y'all for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. Remember, God loves you. All right, see you next time. Bye.